It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. The action tonight will be happening out in Los Angeles, where the Clippers will be going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota's been playing with a lot of focus. The results have been excellent for them over the first half of the season, and it has to be said they're not showing any signs of slowing down anytime soon. And now around the halfway point, the novelty of the new season has died down, and we're still a long way from the playoffs. Shaq, how do the players maintain focus through this stretch? How do you maintain focus?
Well,
Have you maintained focus?
Easy. You're a pro, Ernie. Do your job. That's your job.
There you go.
You know, and not only that, you got to be a real competitor. You got to want to compete.
Yeah, good coaching, and the veterans can help you through this, because the veterans have been here before. They can kind of lead you and guide you.
Do you feel focused right now?
Not at all.
No. Do you feel focused right now?
Never.
Well, that makes three of us. Here's Kevin Harlan. He's always focused.
Live from Los Angeles, we proudly bring you the Clippers at the Staples Center. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. Last outing for Minnesota, they won that game against Toronto. And I don't think I was the only one surprised, not just by their win, but guys, by what an emphatic win it was.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus, but they held each other accountable and played hard.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Teague runs the point with Butler at his side. They're the backcourt. Gibson is the four with Towns in the middle. And it's Wiggins in at the three. And Greg, you wouldn't expect it from a Coach Thibodeau team, but defense was an issue for the Timberwolves last year.
And the Wolves brought in Butler to help with offense, but more importantly, his defense. And Butler, familiar with what Thibs likes to do on both ends of the floor, has the leadership the team needs, particularly on the defensive end.
Now Teague. Dishes to Wiggins. They set the pick. Pass to Butler. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Nice effort from Butler in the paint. Really using his length down low.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Tom Thibodeau. D.A.?
Well, Kevin, he said one thing that's been successful in the first 2 meetings against this club is that they've switched things up defensively. He told me we like to mix it up and show different looks down the floor each time. That makes it hard for the defense to anticipate what we're trying to do. We'll see if that strategy leads to a third win in this season series tonight. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, David. Their focus is going to be on good shot selection here early, guys.
And it's going to take a team effort. They can't have guys going solo and getting themselves into tough one-on-one situations.
It wouldn't hurt to focus on their low post game. It doesn't get any more high percentage than those easy looks in tight.
Teague kicks to Gibson. Back to Teague. Knocked loose. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. That one goes in. Beverly's got his first points of the night.
I mean, blowing past the defense, Patrick Beverly gets up and down the court in a blink.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
That's the modern day NBA. Complain about the call and hope the next one goes your way.
Patton, he's checked in for Taj Gibson. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Utah Jazz.
And the effort down the stretch, those final few minutes of regulation, you know, that's what they needed, but they were burnt out in the overtime.
Fatigue comes into play when games go into overtime, and you saw they just had no gas left in the tank in that loss.
And Butler gets it to go.
A beautiful stroke from Butler. He has great touch from there.
Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Beverly, the pass to Gortat. There's the pick. The dish to Bradley. In the corner, it's Harris. Sinks the triple. Harris has got his second basket of the night.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
Opens up opportunities for everyone, makes the offense its most dynamic.
Now here's Beverly, following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. The 15-footer. Bradley can't get it to go.
I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
To the inside, Gortat with the steal. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Harris. That shot is off. Towns with the defensive effort. Timberwolves trail by 5. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Another miss by Minnesota. And here's Gallinari. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Utah. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Unselfish play by Gallinari, a natural-born scorer, showing a willingness to facilitate.
And a wide-open look here for Wiggins. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Wiggins has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Clippers leading by 4. And Beverly kicks to Harris. Back to Beverly. Gortat with a screen on Teague. Goes up to the stripe. Almost, but it rolls out. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. A floater. Here's Patton. Unable to get that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
You know, they worked hard, they drew fouls, but they just couldn't convert at the line.
And it's one of those things that can deflate your team. After all that effort, you want points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Gortat against Towns. And Gortat kicks to Bradley. 5 on the clock. Back to Gortat. Over Towns. And the Clippers miss again. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter.
And it's the little things that Marcin Gortat is so good at that helps you at that center position. His awareness of space, strong in the pick and roll, and also a solid finisher at the rim.
Now, here is Gallinari. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Beverly for 3. It's rebounded by Towns.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And with Gortat, it's those little things like setting timely screens or Greg moving to open up room for others that make him so valuable.
Kevin, he is deadly in the pick and roll. One of the best screeners in terms of his effectiveness to create space. And usually he's near the top of the league in terms of baskets that are created off of his screens.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Towns kicks to Butler. Back to Towns. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Clippers have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for Los Angeles.
And the 3-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
So it's the Timberwolves now, trailing by 4. T kicks to Butler. Here's Towns. A 20-point game for him in the win against Toronto.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him. He has great instincts on the offensive end. He's tough to contain.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Smitty, you played a couple seasons in the Northwest where the Portland Trail Blazers are wildly successful and very, very popular. You hear rumblings about a return of the NBA to Seattle. Do you think it'll ever happen?
You know, Kevin, I hope so. There's a lot of places in the NBA, and we have some great cities. But I think Seattle, speaking for myself, was one of the favorites. They came out, they supported. Obviously, most fan bases support when they're winning. But even when Seattle was mediocre, that fan base was there. They enjoyed it. I love the Northwest. I hope it happens again. I hope NBA basketball returns to Seattle.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The former 6th Man of the Year in 2015, Lou Williams, can fill it up in a hurry.
Sweet Lou. I mean, he is a terrific shooter, uses that fadeaway to create some space, and he has really become a master at getting himself to the free throw line. He excels in this role in terms of creating efficient offense off the bench.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Well, you knew with all the potential free agents with the Clippers last offseason, they could look different this year. And you can't avoid change, as we all know, in the NBA.
You're so right, Kevin. A very different team makeup now for the Clippers. Hard to replace a player like Chris Paul. We'll see what this new look roster can do.
Good on the second free throw.
Another thing coaches love about Williams, he's a high percentage free throw shooter who gets to the line often.
Rose kicks to Tolliver. It's Jones on the wing. Here's Towns. He nails it, and we're tied up. Towns has got 7 points in the game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The pass to Mbamute. Rose against Williams. Pass to Teodosic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one is on Towns. And Milos Teodosic, one of the bigger names in basketball not to play in the NBA last season, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, the Clippers brought him over from Europe to help kind of ease the loss of Chris Paul. He's a terrific playmaker who is one of the best passers in the world. And not young, but respected by many around the globe.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Teodosic.
I love the complementary aspect of this group now. You know, you've got the young talent, but you've brought in some veteran leadership here for the Timberwolves. The duo of Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns kind of gave the confidence to them to go out and acquire a superstar in his prime like Jimmy Butler.
Both shots good from the stripe. And Greg, the core of this Timberwolves team is Wiggins and Towns. And, you know, rarely do you get to see two #1 overall picks team up early in their careers.
And how about back-to-back years, no less. But I consider Jimmy Butler kind of a foundational piece as well. He's in the conversation for the best shooting guard in our league.
Here's Teodosic. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You have to box him out or he's going to beat you to the glass on both sides of the floor.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Wiggins against Johnson. Jang.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. The kick out to Williams. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Quick feet, quick release. Hard to check Lou Williams from beyond the arc.
Jang, a screen. Wiggins against Johnson. Jumper off the screen. Offensive rebound. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. The Clippers, #1.
They have gone all out to win the rebounding battle every night, and it's been paying off. I mean, the second chance points thus far have been really impressive.
And he makes the first. And Steve, mental fatigue is an issue that can play a factor when the season is in full swing. Is it more on the coach or on the player to keep the team focused on their goal?
I think the organization. I think your teammates, your coaches, whoever it is, to keep that camaraderie going. But ultimately, it comes down to the player. You have that responsibility. The coach can coach you up, but you got to find a way to get out of those ruts.
You can see where it ultimately would come down to the player.
Yes, totally agree. That's a huge advantage, having a big guy who can shoot free throws like this.
Williams dishes to Mbah-a-Moute. Good. And the nice assist for Williams.
He could have easily been selfish there and taken the shot, but he smartly kicked it out for a wide open look.
Jones kicks to Rose. Feeds to Wiggins. Jang with a screen on Johnson. Here's Wiggins, and no good. Trying to use the glass.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Now here's Williams. We saw him with 10 points last game. Teodosic, no good. Wiggins inside the line. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Harrell, the pass to Williams. He dishes it to Mbah-a-Moute. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. Timberwolves trail by 7. Outside Rose. He kicks it to Wiggins. Outside Rose. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And it's really all about the evolution of Derrick Rose, finding out how to be more effective at this stage of his career. And, you know, I think he's done a good job of not relying on his outside shot as much. Still can attack and get to the rim, and it's starting to lead to better results.
He's off on the first. For Rose, the outside shot was something that never really recovered after his injuries, Greg, but he is still a dangerous scorer without that tool.
One of the better finishers still at the rim in the league in terms of guards. His decision to go inside more helped bump that field goal percentage up last season. Not everyone can adjust their game, but Rose managed to do it seamlessly.
And he's good on the second.
Rose has really accepted the responsibility of being the leader of this team. They look to him to deliver night after night.
Johnson the screen. Here's Teodosic, defended by Jones. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. Well, like so many teams in the NBA, Steve, the Clippers have also acquired the right to run a NBA G League team this season. Always a move that helps the NBA franchise long term.
Yeah, it does. And for the Clippers, who have an older group, it makes a lot of sense. Get more minutes for their young draftees to develop. Definitely a big plus for the Clippers going forward.
He hits the second from the line. There's 1:34 left in the first. Wiggins outside. Jang high post. Outside Rose. Jang a screen, and the wide open shot from Rose. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
That play was made by Derrick Rose because of his ability to play pick and roll basketball.
Williams a screen. Teodosic the pass to Johnson. Pass to Teodosic. He feeds it to Harrell. Makes it off the glass. Harrell's got his second bucket tonight.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Jang a screen. Wiggins dishes to Rose. Over Williams. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And Rose always looking for his offense. And why not? He can put up points in a hurry.
Here's Teodosic, defended by Jones. Teodosic, the pass to Mbah-a-Moute. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Tolliver.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling. He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball.
And now Minnesota on the fast break. Rose with the ball. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers lead by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Well, we know what Derrick Rose has been through, the injuries, the expectations. And we asked him how he's dealing with all of it.
I got a clear mind when I play. I can't think about the past. I can't think about if I'm going to hurt myself, if I move the wrong way. When I'm out there, I have a free mind. I have no expectations on myself. I just know that I prepare myself well. There's no pressure.
Well, and Rose says no pressure, but I have to feel like there's at least a little bit, guys, of pressure to get back to where he was.
Yeah, I mean, league MVP in 11, once considered a cornerstone for the NBA's youth movement. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is, does he have the heart and drive?
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Anthony Tolliver out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Jones. Then it's Rose. And it's Jang in at the 5 down low. Now here's Johnson to the middle. Williams a screen, and it's Harrell missing.
Well, this is what happens when you're a threat down low. You attract a lot of defensive attention.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, analytics has taken over the NBA, but Minnesota coach and president of basketball operations Tom Thibodeau says it doesn't tell you everything. He said analytics can measure a lot of things, but it's very difficult to measure drive. The magic is in the work. Kevin?
And Tom Thibodeau makes a good point, D.A. Analytics is certainly helpful, but it doesn't capture everything.
Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that third foul this early.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Gortat has come in for Harrell, and it's Gallinari in for Johnson. Minnesota also with the sub. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Anthony Tolliver. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Rose kicks to Gibson. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Gibson's got his second basket of the night.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
Up top, Gortat. Here's Gallinari. Again, the Clippers. Timberwolves trail by 5. Outside Rose. Back to Jones. Stripped away. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Williams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Smitty, you watch the game closely, of course. When you look beyond the household names that we all know, who are some of the more underrated players in the league right now?
I think Jay Crowder, Kemba Walker. I think Gordon Hayward, Rodney Hood, Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Those are some of the names that jump out on the screen for me because they play the right way, they make winning plays, and I think more and more people are starting to notice them.
I like those names.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
We throw good, Lou Williams. Tobias Harris is checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly comes in for Teodosic. Timberwolves also changing it up. Patton, he's checked in for Jang. And it's Teague for Jones. And he makes both free throws. Well, one thing you know with this Clippers franchise is they are not going to let money be a hurdle when it comes to their goal of winning a title. Ownership, Steve, has shown they're willing to put out money to get the best players on the floor.
Well, it all starts back to when this team was sold for $2 billion. Ownership is not afraid to open up their checkbook to acquire talent. Next for them is just getting to the next level and winning a championship.
Now Williams, after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. Out left to the wing. There's the pick. Rose against Williams. Rose can't hit.
You can't ask for a higher percentage look than the one that he got. I think he lost his concentration.
And it's Gallinari missing. Timberwolves trail by 7. Rose with the ball. Williams picks him up. And it's Butler missing.
Still no rhythm. This may be a time when you want to make the extra pass. Give someone else a chance.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Patrick Beverly is an irritant. You hate playing against him, love playing with him.
First trip to the line for him here.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Bradley's checked in for Lou Williams. Both good from the line that time.
And just over 80% from the line right now. A big improvement over what they shot in that first quarter.
Here's Butler. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Beverly with the ball. Picked up by Teague. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. There's a screen by Gortat. Beverly dishes to Bradley. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail by 7. Puts it up from 15. Here's Rose. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Derrick Rose in open space is a treat to watch. Love the way he took off and scored that one.
Harris outside. There's a screen by Gortat. Harris right side. Clock at 6. A 3 from Bradley. Bradley with another miss.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate. And if you let the little guy get airborne before you slide over to block him out, he can and will embarrass you on the boards.
And it's good for 2. Beverly's got 4 points this quarter.
When he's not shooting threes, you'll find Patrick Beverly at the rim.
Gibson the screen. He tries for 3. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for the Timberwolves. Clippers leading by 7. Harris a screen on Teague. And Beverly kicks to Gortat. The rebound by Patton.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Gallinari on the wing, defended by Butler. A nice shot by Gallinari.
So much of his offense is perimeter-oriented. Good to see Gallinari attack inside.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his 1st foul of the game. Towns is doubled. Here's Patton.
Great defense by Harris. He put in an effort to contest that shot. Man, Doc Rivers has quite the resume as a player and as an NBA coach. Won a title with the Boston Celtics, also a former Coach of the Year.
Now here's Teague. He's coming off a 10-point game against Toronto, so the Timberwolves called their first timeout. And with Rivers and the accolades he's had as a head coach, it goes a long way in how players and veterans want to play for him.
It is. Rivers has been in the league for such a long time. He has a lot of respect from his peers. Strong track record as a coach. Only missed the playoffs 3 times in his coaching career. He's a player's coach.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. Towns sets the pick for Teague. Here's Patton. Gortat with the block. And another shot. Gallinari with the steal. Here's Bradley. Bradley with another miss.
I'll tell you what, his shot's off, but the rest of the team is on. That's why they're still winning.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. Puts up a 3. No good that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Bradley passes to Harris. The 10-footer. That shot off. Towns with the defensive effort. Timberwolves trail by 11. Back to Wiggins to end the drought. Here's Patton. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Wiggins.
Well, they're going to have to look elsewhere for points because he has pulled a Houdini and completely disappeared from the offense in this one. Just no production from him, and nothing seems to be in rhythm for him right now. It's just not his night.
Minnesota's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Towns wide open. And that comes off the assist by Jeff T. And that's now 9 points for Karl Anthony Towns. There's a screen by Gortat. And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. Now the feed to Gortat. And Gortat with the stuff.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
Timberwolves trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. Kicks to Towns. Here's Patton. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Dishes to Harris. It's Bradley on the wing. Passes it to Gortat. Back to Bradley. Over Butler. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. T kicks to Butler. And again, it's Minnesota.
Nice job by Butler. Really worked on the catch-and-shoot jump shot, getting it off a little bit quicker.
Beverly dishes to Gallinari. Gortat with a screen on Wiggins. Back to Beverly. Gortat inside. Towns on him. Shot clock at 6. Beverly the pass to Gortat. And the rejection by Towns. Open shot, Butler. That doesn't go either for Butler. Los Angeles leading by 7. Fires at the elbow. That one a little long. Here's Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
That's great court vision by Jimmy Butler. Really seeing the court well.
The Clippers shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. Harris outside. Beverly up top. T covering. Shot clock at 6. Here's Gallinari. That shot off. Wiggins with some nice D. Timberwolves trail by 5. T kicks to Wiggins. To the middle. Here's Patton. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists tonight. Los Angeles calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And Avery Bradley won the national high school title at Findlay Prep and was considered a top 5 prospect. Some had him even at number 1, and still after 1 season at Texas, he fell to the Celtics at 19 in that 2010 draft.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Bradley. And Bradley, a great athlete. He won the dunk contest in high school. Terrific player, but he's not a big highlight player, it seems, in the NBA, Greg.
Yeah, you know, his strength and explosiveness more on display defensively, and that's been his meal ticket. He's added skill, though. He's turned the corner and has become a two-way threat.
Both free throws good from Avery Bradley.
And no secret here. This is what you need to do with the lead. Hit your free throws, and they're having a great second quarter at the line.
And taken away by Johnson. Here we go, one-on-one. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Always helps to have a fantastic finisher running the break. Wesley Johnson just knows exactly where to be.
Here's Jones. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Wiggins outside. Here's Jang. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 4th assist in this one. Picked by Harrell. Back to Bradley. And the rejection by Jang. And they'll keep possession. Ball stolen. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Wiggins with the ball. That one good for 2. Now it's just a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
I like the awareness of Avery. Understands he has the defender a little out of position. Takes full advantage.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That free throw good from Avery Bradley.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Both free throws good from Avery Bradley.
Here you have the consummate pro. Rare to see Avery Bradley complain or give anything less than 100%.
And Wiggins throws it down.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now here's Bradley. 17 points in his last outing. Teodosic the pass to Bradley. Bradley with another miss.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Wiggins from outside. A second chance effort. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
Well, Towns does so many things on the floor. Already an elite post scorer. But, Greg, one area that he has struggled with at times is his defense against other bigs.
And I think he'll continue to improve in that area. What happens with young guys, though, is oftentimes you're in proved how good I am mode when you're young, and you lose sight of some of the things that help you win games. And I think that's one reason why he had one of the worst defensive RPMs in the entire league. But young bigs tend to take a bit longer to develop into great defenders, and I expect he will follow in that line.
And Towns drops them both. There's 31 seconds left now here in the second. Bradley with the ball. 6 points for him. Here's the screen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first one falls.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Another made free throw. He can get on these kinds of rolls. Great focus.
Now Jones. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Wiggins outside. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. The Clippers on top. They're up by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's an interesting battle going on tonight. Ernie Johnson here with you, folks, alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. You are watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Right out of the gates, it was the Clippers setting the tone. Amped up and ready off the tip, they immediately went on an 11-4 run. Once they got on the scoreboard, they were relentless at staying out in front, never once letting the lead change hands. And into the second quarter, momentum started to shift slightly as they gave up some of that lead, ending the half up 3. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
Shaq, what you think about Minnesota?
I was surprised at some of the recklessness. They were scattered, sloppy ball handling, just too many turnovers. It gets back to fundamentals. Forget the highlight reel pass. Make the effective one. Simple bounce pass. John Wooden taught us that in the 40s, 30s, 50s, whenever he was coaching. Just play under control. Simple ball, dude.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
We welcome you back with a view of the 110 freeway cutting right through downtown Los Angeles. Never a shortage of traffic on that stretch of road. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
He's been one of, if not the hardest worker over the first 2 quarters. His tenacity has been the difference.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. It's a 3-point game. Patrick Beverley out there with Bradley. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Gortat in at center. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Wiggins. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Towns. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And it's Bradley off the drive. Yep, it counts. Bradley's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Clippers.
And what I like about Avery at the guard position, he's unafraid to challenge the interior.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Beverley kicks to Bradley. Sinks the triple. Bradley's got 11.
From out beyond the arc, Bradley getting more confident each year.
Wiggins outside. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Zhang with a screen on Bradley. Bradley against Butler. Here's Towns. No good. Shot missing. Gortat with the defensive effort.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
Gallinari rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Butler dishes to Teague. Here's Towns. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 4 assists in the game. And here are the Clippers now. There's the dish to Bradley. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Towns with the defensive effort.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Right side Teague. Now, Smitty, be honest. When you're watching these games on TV or in person, how much do you miss playing the game?
You know I do, Kevin. I've always had that in my bones. But I think as of now, the last 2 or 3 years, as a guy that can shoot the ball a little bit, I wonder and dream and pray if I could have got a chance to shoot 15, 18 threes. So I love it, but I know my time is over, but I would love to shoot that many threes.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Williams has checked in, and a change for the Timberwolves. Gibson's checked in. There's a screen by Gortat. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Towns. And Tobias Harris, the former Tennessee Volunteer. You would think a player who has been so efficient, Steve, on offense his whole career wouldn't have bounced around as much as he has.
It is surprising how much he's changed teams. Always a factor on offense, and he doesn't need many touches. If I'm a coach, I love to have him as an option.
And the first one drops.
Crazy for Tobias Harris after signing a massive $64 million contract in 2015. He was traded just a few months later. Doesn't happen like that very often.
And Harris drops them both. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Teague against Beverly. Butler at the elbow. In the corner, Gibson with it. On the wing, Wiggins. 6 to shoot. The three-pointer is right on target. Wiggins has got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Williams passes to Gortat. Williams kicks to Harris. Over Gibson. Harris misses. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And there's the pass to Teague. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists tonight.
And Teague is just so calm and collected when he gets near the rim.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Karl Anthony Towns was voted by GMs last season as the player they most want to build a franchise around. But he is not resting on his laurels. He said, I work hard on my game. I want to be the strongest player, the most intelligent player, and the most skilled player on the court at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That work ethic will definitely help Towns get better. He's already a dynamite player. Here's Beverly after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. There's a screen by Gortat. Here's Williams. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Williams has got 8.
Using his athleticism in the paint, Lou beats everyone to the punch.
Teague dishes to Butler. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Gortat, and no good. Trying to use the glass. Williams passes to Gallinari. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Now it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
And no knock on the defense. That's Gallinari imposing his will inside.
To the paint. Here's Wiggins. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Gallinari. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Clippers leading by 5. And here is Williams. 8 points for him. He dishes it to Gortat. Towns with the steal. Here's Wiggins, plenty of space off the left rim and out.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Williams, and it goes down 2 points. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Good interior defense, but Lou Williams not to be intimidated, not to be denied.
T kicks to Towns. Shot from 12. Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 18.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
Overall, it hasn't been pretty for his team, but he has shot the ball well.
Now here is Harris. 9 points in the game so far. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for the Clippers.
And this is what happens when you are having a tremendous offensive game. They are getting great looks and knocking down shots all over the floor. I don't think we're going to see them deviate from this approach from here on out. They've got the recipe for success.
And the first one at the line is good. And Los Angeles with some changes. Harrell, he's checked in for Gortat. Johnson comes in for Gallinari. And Teodosic subbed in for Patrick Beverly. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Rose comes in for Butler. And Jones subbed in for Teague. And Harris drops them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Feeds to Rose. He dishes it to Tolliver. Back to Rose. Towns sets the pick for Rose. Off the screen. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Towns.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
Williams kicks to Harris. Misses the 3. Timberwolves have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. There's Rose with the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Teodosic. He has 5. From the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Teodosic has got 8.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Tolliver dishes to Gibson. Got a piece of it. Inside, here's Harris. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Jones. Towns, the pass to Rose. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Harrell's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Harris. Johnson down low, defended by Gibson. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And Baamute's checked in for the Clippers. Patton, he's checked in for Minnesota. Timberwolves trail by 7. Now here's Rose. 10 points for him. Teodosic grabs the miss.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Outside, Jones. Here's Gibson. And the layup's good off the glass. Gibson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's where you want your big man doing damage. Gibson showing his skill in the paint.
And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Lou Williams.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Tolliver kicks to Jones. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Jones has got his first points of the night. LA has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. And Baamute with it. Here's Teodosic, banked in off the glass. Teodosic has got 10.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Outside Rose. He kicks it to Tolliver. Jang dishes to Jones. To the right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tolliver no luck. Clippers leading by 5. Bradley passes to Johnson from 12 feet out. And Johnson missing again. Minnesota shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Here's Rose. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Teodosic. He's got 10. Harrell the pass to Teodosic. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Johnson goes in. It's deflected. Here is Tolliver. He's guarded by Johnson. For the tie, and Anthony Tolliver gets the 3. Tolliver's got it all tied up now for Minnesota.
And there's where, if you get some room, you kind of have to take that shot to keep the defense honest.
Here's Bradley, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota.
Yeah, watching Bradley, not sure exactly how to describe it. There's a quiet burst to the way he moves.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
First free throw is good. And so Bradley nails both of them. Minnesota's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Bradley against Rose. From the stripe. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Rose has got 7 points for the quarter.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Bradley kicks to Harrell. There's the pick. Out to the right wing. The 3. And Baamute can't get it to go.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
The Timberwolves shooting well, 52% in the 3rd. They came to play offensively in the second half. There's 38 seconds left in the 3rd. Here's Jones, and it's blocked. Here's Teodosic. No good. Shot missing. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
Rose very good of shifting speeds, glides to the hoop, and creates fouls.
For Minnesota, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Good on both. 19 seconds left here in the third quarter.
And quarter's almost over. You don't want to give the ball back here.
Gotta be smart about it. Even if you miss, you want to leave no time on the clock.
Got a piece of it. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
Just 4 seconds left here in the third quarter. And that one's good. Teodosic. Teodosic has got 13 points. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Clippers lead by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on over in his huddle.
Hey, guys, we need a run right here. Come on now. You're right there. You're right there. All right, let's go.
And sensing the need to string together more baskets, Doc Rivers giving his team a little pep talk.
Yeah, he's going after the momentum. I mean, Doc sees an opportunity here for them to put their stamp on this game.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. We've got Anthony Tolliver batting out there with Jang. Then it's Jones. And it's Rose in at the 2. Jang, no luck. The Clippers in the lead. Bradley dishes to Johnson. A steal. Tolliver kicks to Rose. Here is Tolliver. He's guarded by Johnson. Tolliver, no luck.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge. I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
Minnesota calls timeout. And Mbappe, the former UCLA Bruin, has made a name for himself with his play on the defensive end. He can match up well, Steve, with a number of positions and always does a good job.
He does. Luke Mbah doesn't get a ton of points, but he's always on the floor for his defense. Will always have a place in a rotation with how he plays D.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Gortat's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Alinari comes in for Johnson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Teodosic. Timberwolves also changing it up. Wiggins is checked in for Tolliver. Jimmy Butler comes in for Derrick Rose. And it's Teague in for Tyus Jones. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. He told the guys, I know you can do it. Make every possession count and watch how things go our way. Kevin?
And Jeff Teague coming over to the Timberwolves in free agency. Greg, the team felt he was the perfect fit.
You know, and it seemed for a while the Wolves had wanted to kind of mix things up at that point guard position. And you knew they had someone in mind when they dealt both Rubio and Doug in the offseason. Teague was their man all along.
Free throw good, Teague.
Well, Jeff Teague, one of the more calm players at the line, always looks to be in control.
He hits both from the stripe.
And really one of the quickest guards in our league. Jeff Teague just puts tremendous pressure on your defense when he's attacking the paint.
Now here's Mbamute. Bradley drives in. Wiggins with some nice D.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense.
And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Bradley. Sweet little floater. And the Clippers lead by 3.
So dangerous on the defensive end. Quick hands by Bradley, and he stole it away.
And the book on T, Greg, is to make him an outside shooter. You don't want him getting to the rim.
I mean, he's a good finisher around the rim. His outside shooting, although streaky at times, not bad, but not great either.
Now here's Beverly. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Here's Beverly following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Mbamute, a screen on Teague. Beverly, rebound by Jang. Jang's got his 6th rebound on the night. Butler passes to Wiggins. That's tipped, and they get it back. Gortat with the steal. Beverly against Teague. It's tipped. Gortat dishes to Beverly. Top of the key, Mbamute. He feeds it to Gallinari. Wiggins with some nice D. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one make. Beverly against Teague. Here's Butler to take the lead. Teague can't hit. The Clippers have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Bradley against Butler. And Gortat kicks to Bradley. Beverly the pass to Gallinari. Los Angeles with another miss. The Timberwolves trail. A three-pointer. Wiggins. Another miss by Minnesota. Clippers with the ball. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points. And Beverly kicks to Bradley. It's good from long range. Bradley's got 12 points here in the 2nd half.
Beautiful execution, the rhythm, the timing, and Avery's a good finisher off the catch.
Gallinari against Wiggins. Lets it go from 14. Basket good.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And Los Angeles with some changes. Harris is checked in for Mbamute. And it's Williams in for Avery Bradley. And then for Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Jang. And it's Tolliver in for Patton. Now here's Beverly. Pass to Gortat. Here's Gallinari. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Kept alive. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Here's Towns. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the 2nd.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Clippers leading by 3. Harris drives in. Here's Gallinari. He can't get it to go. Wiggins with some nice D. Looking to get it going. Hits the front of the rim and out.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Especially in this quarter. He's had a few shots that looked like they would fall, but things haven't gone his way.
Now here's Beverly. They set the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Williams dishes to Harris. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. And the Clippers lead by 6.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Teague the pass to Towns. Over Gortat. The good-looking shot from the wing. 23 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Now, here is Gallinari. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
Tough guy to defend. Gallinari with the skill, the knowledge of the game, and gifted physically.
And as good as Gallinari can be on the offensive side, Greg, he's a bit of a one-way player.
Yeah, and Gallinari is best in a situation where you can kind of hide him on defense. You want him out there on the floor due to his genius in terms of the offensive game, but he can't hang with most starting caliber forwards defensively.
That free throw good from Gallinari.
Up and down career for Gallinari. A skilled forward with size, has struggled because of health.
Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Anthony Tolliver. Gallinari hits them both. Timberwolves trail by 6. Teague kicks to Wiggins. The feed to Butler. Back to Wiggins. Gallinari with the steal. It's deflected. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And it's Wiggins missing.
Still trying to shoot his way out of this funk. But if it doesn't come within the flow of the offense, the whole team suffers.
Beverly against Teague. Gallinari attacking. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Well, you see the excellent skill set. And this is when you want to make an impact.
You're totally right. Fourth quarter, tight game. This is when the true ballers step up.
Kicks it to Gallinari. There's a screen by Gortat. Gallinari.
Oh, did you see that? He's long and he's crafty, and he has a knack for scoring. Danilo on the attack.
That unleashed chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Wiggins. Now Beverly outside Williams. Gortat with the screen for Williams. Dishes to Harris. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
LA's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And here is Williams. Passes it to Beverly. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Minnesota's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Towns the screen. They set the pick. Towns a screen on Beverly to tie it up. And another 3 for Minnesota.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
Williams against Butler. Gortat with the screen for Williams. High post, Gortat. He doesn't hit that one. The Timberwolves go the other way with it.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game. And still varying opinions out there of what Andrew Wiggins can and can't do. But one thing that's indisputable, he's an incredible scorer. Whether it's half-court transition, he can flat out fill it up in a hurry.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And Wiggins, his young career, just getting better and better at scoring, Greg, while increasing his workload.
Yeah, and very few scorers can do that, especially from that 2-guard spot. Wiggins has that special talent where he can flat out carry an offense. Scary to think that this is a kid who is just scratching the surface.
Both shots good from the stripe. And Los Angeles guys shooting 43% for the game. And Beverly kicks to Harris. Floats one, and the layup is up and in. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
Gaining more confidence, Tobias putting the team on his back at a crucial point in this game.
To the inside, Towns. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The free throw drops for Towns. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Clippers trail. Now here's Beverly. Now the dish to Williams. There's a screen by Gortat. And Williams, here we go. Second chance shot. Gallinari wide open. Here's Gortat. Harris dishes to Gortat. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. From the wing. And he overshot that one, missing.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
It's rebounded by Towns.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Here's Williams. Williams missing again. Minnesota in the lead. Wiggins drives in. But he stays with it.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
And Beverly kicks to Harris. The pass to Gortat. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Rebound Minnesota. Here's Wiggins.
You don't see a lot of block shots from Harris, so enjoy that one.
There's 47 seconds left in the game.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Williams, he's checked in for Rose. The free throw off from Harris. Lets it go from 11. Butler, no good.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down. Never want to shy away when it matters most. Bradley steps up and delivers.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're trailing by 2. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Danilo Gallinari.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Patton, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Teague, the pass to Butler. Wiggins against Gallinari. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
He's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not to be.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And at the offensive end, Gortat probably doesn't get his due. He's got a lot of moves, and he can finish with either hand. And his work on the offensive glass is more than capable.
Nice job extending the lead and making this a 2-possession game now.
Minnesota calls timeout. They trail by 4. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
I mean, tough position, but really they can't blame anybody but themselves.
They've certainly missed on some opportunities, but stranger things have happened. They need a quick shot and an immediate foul right here.
Towns, the screen.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
He takes pride in how he crashes the glass. No one is getting in his way when he's in that area.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And Gortat kicks to Harris, and there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Obviously upset to have to take a seat here, but at this point, I don't think it'll have an impact. The game's probably out of reach anyway.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins. Everly with the ball. So the Clippers with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to run, and that's what we have to do every time. So that's what we did, and we played a great game.
Gallo, thanks very much. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.